Hello everyone, and it's time for another product review, and I figure the best way to do this review is to do a comparison. So I was at the grocery store and I saw this new Daiya. So it says here, it's new and improved, melts like dairy. So Daiya has come out with more than one iteration of its brand, and I really love their cheddar. I find I just like how it melts. It's nice and ooey gooey on your nachos or whatever. And it says here on this one, perfect melt every time, made with chickpea. Let's see what the difference is in terms of the ingredients. But first, let's just take a look here. It says here, the difference of Daiya oat cream blend. So this is an oat cream blend. We love to use our delicious Mexican blend shreds on tacos. Use our shreds just as you would a dairy cheese. Daiya oat cream blend shreds melt and pull more like dairy cheese. It enhances your meal in a way dairy cheese could only dream of. When dairy-free cheese tastes this good, everyone wins. Comfort worth craving. So visit daiyafoods.com. Keep refrigerated. So this is going to be different. This one has 100 calories per quarter cup. This one has 80. This has 7 grams of fat. This has 5. Here's what I'll do. Can you see that? Well, this is the new one. This is the other one. And so the ingredients are Daiya oat cream for the new one. It's a blend with water, oat flour, pea protein, cultures, coconut oil, tapioca starch. And this one essentially is filtered water, tapioca flour, chickpea protein. So I'm going to say this is chickpea based and the new one is oat based. So let me just open this. And I'm just going to try melting some on some tortilla chips. I want to see if there's... I do like the smell of this. It smells nice and cheesy. I don't know if it's a proper Mexican blend, but we'll find out. Okay. I expect a Mexican blend to be a little spicy. So let's do that. Okay, and I'm just going to put some of the cheddar shreds on this, and I'm going to just microwave them. That's the easiest thing, I think, guys. So let me see what else this might say. So it says, yeah, now made from Daiya oat cream. So oat milk has become quite popular. I love oat milk. I haven't found that I love oat milk as much for yogurt as I do coconut milk or even soy, although it's harder to find. But I love coconut milk for yogurt better. We'll see. Do you guys like Daiya? I mean, Daiya gets a lot of slack. So anyway, this is obviously vegan. It's gluten-free as well. It is certified plant-based. It's peanut-free. I guess maybe that's got a little maple leaf, maybe made in Canada. I don't know what that, parve. And I can't figure out what that says. But obviously you have to refrigerate. It's good for about 7 days. Let's see how it melted. Okay, so on one hand, to look at it, it does almost seem, it's hard to see, it does seem like this has like a kind of creamier, gooier melt to it than this does. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, so, first of all, what I always like with this one is I do like the stretch. To me, that's delicious. Let's see what the stretch looks like on this one. Okay, so we got some stretch here too. Like I said, possibly a little more kind of gooey-ish. Can we see that well? I feel like I should maybe also put this on garlic bread. I do really like this. I feel like you guys should as well. I'm not sure how much better it is than this one. Sorry guys, I'm just eating. But this might be, it's a little more gooey, melty, and I think what I like about Daiya is it's not as gooey as, like, I find Violife and some of the other ones have a little more goo factor to them, which I don't love. This maybe has the right amount of sort of dairy-like goo factor without being too gooey. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to put them on some bread and melt it that way, and we'll see how that turns out. Here's one thing I noticed, and hopefully you'll be able to see. When I started to pull this one apart, the original one, it had less of the stretch to it. I mean, that's fine, but I don't know how to explain it. I guess it had already sort of hardened and congealed. That one seems to have a bit more stretch. But this, when I started to pull it apart, definitely still has more stretch. Look at that, as it's cooled down. I pulled that one apart where you couldn't see it necessarily, but this has more stretch to it even as it's cooled compared to this. So I guess that is probably a bit more like dairy. Okay, for some comparison, I also melted some Violife on these chips. I melted them, I did 20 seconds like I did with the Daiya. It wasn't fully melted, so I did another 8 seconds. And you can see it's not quite as melty. This one probably is the most melty. I mean, it does have a bit of stretch to it, but it's more goo stretch than cheesy. And honestly, I think that's where Daiya just does better. My daughter prefers Violife, but when it comes to the cheddar, I prefer Daiya. I just like how it's stretchier. I feel that it has a better cheddar taste. But, yeah, I definitely prefer Daiya. Violife is good. I bought it a number of times. One other thing to know about Violife, if you do buy it, I'm not sure how Daiya does this, and it's probably not a good thing. Their cheese doesn't seem to go bad for a very long time. Violife really does go bad a lot faster, like maybe 7 days, you're out of luck. So I tend to, when I open one of these, I use it quickly. But yeah, that's your comparison. Doesn't quite melt as nicely, and for me, I don't think the taste of the cheddar is quite as on point as Daiya. Okay, so I just put some of the cheese on some bread. Let's see how it is. This is the OG Daiya. This is the new one. I guess, should I cut or should I sort of just, let's pull and see how. Okay, you see a little stretch there. Okay. Let's see the stretch on this one. Okay. Definitely looks like more stretch. So definitely more cheese-like, dairy-like, sorry, that is. I think it does have that, I don't know how to explain it. It does probably does have a bit more of a, from what I remember, dairy-like consistency, sort of a little softer, a little, still got the stretch. That said, I mean, either's good. I have no problem with either. But this is probably, I don't know, I haven't seen the mozzarella of this yet, but I like it. Alright guys, have you tried the new one? What do you think? Do you just hate Daiya overall and you don't want to try anything at all? if you do, I definitely would say try the new one. I like it a lot. Like I said, I haven't tried the mozzarella. I like Daiya's cheddar. That's my favorite cheddar. It's interesting with vegan cheese. You might like, I like this mozzarella better, I like this cheddar better, I like this one smoked Gouda. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts. That's all for now, guys. I'll see you in the next video.